Hello and welcome to our Total Transformation Thursday. We meet here every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific to support you in understanding what it is that we have here in terms of our incredibly nutritious, beyond organic transformations, cleanses, protocols that are really supporting us who are here tonight presenting, and also many, many, many in our circles. We're called, the name of our company is Purium, and we're called the Transformation Company for a reason, because people are transforming their health, their well-being, their bodies every single day. It's been incredibly inspiring for me. My name is Stephanie Dawn, and I've been a happy customer on the products for the last 6 years. And then about 6 months after being a customer, I decided I had to share this with my friends. So here I am, 5.5 years later, still sharing, because here's what I know. What we eat can heal us, but it can also seriously harm us. And I want to share a little bit of my story with you tonight. And then I have a very special guest. My friend and colleague, Nirankar Marangi, is going to be sharing her story. And we're going to be talking about health for the next 30 minutes. And then at the bottom of the hour, we're going to switch over into talking about wealth for those of you who are interested in learning about how you can share what we have with Purium. So 6 years ago, I was a hot mess. I just turned 50 and I was like, okay, so is this my body for the next 50 years? I was perimenopausal. I was suffering from candida. I had frozen shoulder. I was a mess. And I also did not have a general practitioner in Los Angeles that I had been working with because she left town and I just didn't have someone that I had been seeing regularly. And so I didn't have a nutritionist or a naturopath, and I was suffering in silence, which I think a lot of us do, you know? And so consequently, a client of mine who was a doctor that I deeply loved and respected shared on Facebook about this cleanse that she had just done, and then reached out to me in Messenger, and she said, do you want to learn more? And I'm like, yes, I really do. Whereas prior, I was never interested in cleansing. But when you're just sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, well, that was me. I was just done. I needed help. And I knew that the way that I'd been eating was not what my body needed. I was carrying around about 50 extra pounds on me. And what we know, that when we gain weight, the body is not functioning optimally. I'd gained 50 pounds postpartum after giving birth to my kids, but it was 10 years postpartum that the weight was staying on. And so I needed help, and I found the help that I needed with the Purium protocols. So it was incredibly transforming for me. In about 6 months, I lost 21 pounds. And then about a year later, I'd lost the full 50 pounds because I went on and off and on and off, That's what we do. That's what we do as human beings, And what happened for me, though, in 2019, this is part 2 of my story, is I received a breast cancer diagnosis, stage 3 breast cancer, tumors in both breasts. And that really just stopped me in my tracks because I thought I was healthy. I thought I was well. I'd been cleansing, I had been changing my diet, but I had been going back to some old habits, which we're going to talk about tonight, habits that were not serving me. And it was understandable why I was doing this. I just lost my father, had died, and then my stepfather had died 1 year later. And so many of us take out our emotions with food. So with the breast cancer diagnosis, that really was a fork in the road for me. It was a true stop sign. I knew that I had to really change everything that I was doing and go dive in completely into what I knew, because I'd learned a lot working with people and supporting them with Purium, that I needed to be doing that more often than not just for the occasional cleanse throughout the year, but really making decisions, choices that deeply nourished my body on the daily. On the daily. Our mantra here is detox and nourish. And that's exactly what we do with the Purium supplements and whole food nutrition that we have here, superfood and whole food nutrition. So that's what I did. And here I am still alive to tell the tale. The cancer has gone into remission. I'm showing up every day in service to my family, my children, my colleagues, and the people that I'm being called to work with. So I'm incredibly grateful for my life. And I'm incredibly grateful that this nutrition, I just happen to have a shake here, is supporting me on the daily. We'll say a little bit more about this, but this is a dark berry shake, which is our brand new protein shake. And it's absolutely delicious. I threw in some wild blueberries and a banana, and it's so yummy. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to introduce you to my colleague, my friend, Nirankar Marangi, who has, she's a health coach, she's a mom, and she has her own health story to share with you. And I'd like to welcome you, Nirankar. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. It's a delight to be here. And your story is, I think, so familiar to me. I'm going on 2 years on these products. November 19th will be 2 years. And prior to that, just about 4 years ago, I was a very busy exercise physiologist, manager in administration at a wellness center in a local hospital. And I had many practitioners that reported to me. I was working long hours. My daughter was quite young, and I was stressed out. I was working a lot of hours. And although I had always been in the health field, I had always cared deeply about my own health. I was making decisions that were putting a lot of other things ahead of me. And I also watched, being in a hospital setting, I watched this time of year, this holiday time of year, the ramping up of people's stress, first of all, around planning for the holidays, around, and my own as well. You know, I was working and trying to hold the holidays, sometimes traveling to see family. And so the holidays in and of themselves can be very stressful for a lot of reasons, but I think that then once the holidays were over, there was this, you know, oh, I'll just get through the holidays, and then on the other side, I'll, you know, do the yearly. I've never been one to make your New Year's resolutions, but I watched this cycle year after year after year. And long ago, I had dropped that personally, but I really saw the influx of people at the Wellness Center in January. And so what happened for me about 2 years ago, when Stephanie introduced me to these protocols, is I had experienced many detoxing cleanses. I mean, I had done lots of intense ones that required a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, and a lot of change, big change for, you know, 30 days at a time. And then I always, at the end of every single one of those, thought, oh, wouldn't it be great if I could eat this way all the time? And what I experienced was I was able to do that. You know, each one brought me to the next level of my own awareness, my own health. But when I was introduced to these protocols, I suddenly realized how gentle this could be, which allowed me to stay very steady with my own diet, with my own food choices, with my own lifestyle, and focus. And so I have since left the hospital, and I always ate well, organic, from local farms, as whole foods as possible. I always did a lot of exercise, yoga at the time, meditation, but I still felt pretty tired and exhausted. And once I started consistently using these products, that fatigue started to dissipate, and I started to feel my energy and my sleep really come back. And then when I experienced the stress around the holidays, or I experienced stress from being with my family, or doing things around this time of year that really are an indication that I'm not well nourished. Let's be honest. I think as women, that's really the symptom, is that when we're not well nourished, then we reach for things that create that nourishment, and sometimes it's not always good things. But these superfoods have given me a level of nourishment and deep nourishment on many levels that we'll go into in a minute, but that have allowed me to stay really steady in my lifestyle choices. And in so doing, I think I've gone through a lot of personal change, a lot of personal transformation just in these last 2 years. So I'm really grateful to be speaking in this way about the protocols specifically, and I'm going to pass the baton back to Stephanie so that we can just mention a few of these amazing products. I'm going to let someone in, and then we can go from there.
Beautiful. Great. Thank you, Nirankar. Yeah. So staying healthy through the holidays. OMG. It's recently come to my attention that this really is sugar season. I mean, let's just be honest. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas is sugar season. Sugar in the form of candy, sugar in the form of chocolate, sugar in the form of all different kinds of baked goods, sweets, etc. So sugar, let me tell you, is not our friend. Sugar is not our friend in any way, shape, or form. One of the things that I've learned is that with the cancer diagnosis specifically, is that we want to be finding other ways of sweetening everything that we eat, not refined sugar. Okay. It is not what our body needs. It creates inflammation and disease. So finding other ways of sweetening foods is what I want to offer to many of us who are here live and who might be listening to this. That's just key, right? And then what I love about these protocols, and specifically the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation plus Immune, which we'll speak to in a moment here. What happens when your body is nourished on a deep cellular level and it begins to alkalize, right? Because that's what these protocols do. They alkalize the body. So much of what we do in our day-to-day lives, nutritionally and lifestyle, creates acidosis in the body. And acidosis in the body shows up in all different ways physically. And we don't want it. We don't want that. We want to be more alkaline. Babies come into the world alkaline, brand spanking new. And then over time, with food, with beverages, and with stressful lives, adults become very, very acidic. And so when you start taking these protocols, your body is going to become more alkaline. And when your body is more alkaline and is being nourished very deeply on a cellular level, you're not going to have those cravings for sugar. You just won't. So one of the things that I love about this is that if you ever do get pulled in a direction that doesn't, isn't 100% supportive of your health goals, you can just hop right back on to what we have here. That's what I've loved so much about it. It's like, if you veer off in one meal, you just get right back on the next morning. It's not like you ruined everything, right? You just get right back on, because what we're talking about here, in all honesty, this is what's happened for Nirankar and I. It has become a lifestyle. The way that we coach all the women and men in our coaching practices is to really work to have this be a lifestyle. And when you work to have it be a lifestyle, you feel the benefits. As our founder of the company, David Sandoval, says, we're really nourishing our future self, CELLF. Okay. You're today, November 3rd, you're nourishing yourself 5 and 10 years down the road, so that you'll never get a diagnosis like what I had, So we want to start removing those trigger foods that are causing the inflammation, that are causing gut dysbiosis, that are causing all manner of health issues, and replacing them with these incredibly delicious, nutritious protocols. So the ultimate lifestyle transformation is a 30-day protocol. You get enough products for the entire 30 days. And it's approximately, it's like 2 meals a day, right, Nirankar? It's approximately, 2 meals a day in terms of the food component of what you are going to be putting into your body. And then you will be eating whole food throughout the 30 days as well. It's not like you're just doing shakes the entire time. We want you to be eating fruit. We want you to be eating veggies. We want you to be nourishing yourself with delicious organic food. And we want you to be adding in our amino acids. Let's just start right there. Okay. Amino acids, they are vegan protein, floods the body with nutrition in 23 minutes and helps to burn fat and build muscle. Amino acids are our friends. And then the second product that I absolutely love to highlight is the Biomedic. The Biomedic is a probiotic and a prebiotic. It really helps to mend the gut flora. What happens when we eat food drenched in herbicides and pesticides, mainly glyphosate, the villi and the microvilli in the gut microbiome gets coated by the herbicide, and it effectively kills the villi. And our ability to receive the nutrition from the food that we're eating and assimilate into the body diminishes and can even stop. And then what happens is leaky gut syndrome and all manner of gut dysbiosis, bloating, etc. So watching how much conventional food we're eating is also really, really, really important through the holidays. So watching how much sugar you're eating, watching how much conventional wheat, conventional oats, conventional legumes. So those are the first two products of the protocol. And I'm going to pass the baton to Nirankar, and she can share the others, if you don't mind, Nirankar.
Sure. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I think before I go into the other three products that you'll receive with this 30-day opportunity, I really want to highlight this aspect of nourishment, because our food system, in what is accessible to us in these times, is not what it was 20 and 30 years ago. And so the product that I want to bring up are these wind-dried powdered shakes, powder that you can put into water or some other alternative milk of your choice, or coconut water. And what these are wind-dried plants that are actually grown in regenerative soil. Because what has been happening, as Stephanie started to allude to, is that the chemicals that are sprayed on our farms, on our farmland across the country, are taking all of the nutrients from our soil. And so when the plants are grown in that soil that is devoid of solid nutrients, vitamins and nutrients, then what we're eating are also without vital vitamins and nutrients. And so these shakes are essentially alive. They've been grown in amazing soil and then wind dried. And so when we add water to them, then they're very accessible to the body. And so there's a couple different kinds of shakes that you can choose from, one of which Stephanie mentioned, that is a dark berry protein shake. And they have really changed my baseline nutrition. They've really, I feel the vitality that they offer. And so those are the shakes. And even if you are unfamiliar with smoothies or shakes, they're very, very easy and they taste delicious. Another product that is important to highlight is called Apothecary. So it's a tart cherry juice that is very concentrated, also grown in regenerative soil. And it is, there is, when our gut, that Stephanie spoke of, how the glyphosate really degrades these synapses, these tight junctions in our gut. And so what the apothecary, and then when that gut situation gets worse and worse and worse, then it creates that acidosis, that leaky gut. And as the biomedic begins to repair those areas in our gut, the apothecary is helping with the melatonin serotonin balance. So as your gut gets healthier, your serotonin increases. And then your serotonin and melatonin at night, what allows you to sleep well, become better balanced. So the apothecary is going to help with that natural melatonin. It also reduces your inflammation. And it's delicious. It's like the best evening cocktail. I was just visiting a friend with cancer. She has her own battle or her own journey going on right now. And she loved it at night, really loved it. She said, this is the best thing. I'm going to be, buying this for cases of this. So apothecary is also good for this inflammation factor that's called the C-reactive. It's helping the body deal with inflammation systemically. So apothecary and the shakes, the biomedic and the amino acids, and then the last piece, the fifth piece, is called a super cleanser, and it's essentially a parasite cleanse. I just recently was privy to some information around all autoimmune disease being related possibly to parasites. And so I think that we have an ecology, a very balanced or imbalanced, a very vital ecology that we're walking around in. This is our little piece of nature. And so when it's off balance, and when things are fed that really aren't serving us, are actually pulling energy from our system, then we can't really operate at a nourished level. And many of us are working with parasites that we don't even know we have, especially after raw fruit season in the summer or raw vegetable season in the summer, that a fall parasite cleanse is a really, really good idea. So the super cleanser comes, and these 5 products work synergistically to effectively nourish your body and gently strengthen your detoxification pathways. It's not a cleanse. It's not a detox in and of itself. It helps the body's natural processes of cleansing and detoxifying. So you can carry on with your holidays. You can carry on with your busy life. You can carry on taking care of your family. It's very, very gentle and extremely nourishing.
Yay. Thank you so much, Nirankar. She's so right on the money here, you guys. This is why I've stuck with it all these years. It's because it's doable. I have people say to me all the time, am I going to be on the toilet all day? I'm like, no, no, you can go about your day-to-day life and do this, right? And it's so supportive while you're managing and navigating through the holidays. It's so supportive to stay on track and to do right by your body so that you emerge in January feeling like $1,000,000. That's what we want for you. All right. So I'm going to speak directly to Valerie because I know she's listening. Val, this is what you want. You want the ULT plus immune. Here's why I want you to have the immune, not just Val, but everyone who's listening. It's the ULT customizable. So write that down, Val, the ULT customizable plus immune. So the reason why I want you to have the plus immune is it's got the zinc aid in it. And the zinc aid, what we learned through the pandemic is that most Americans are deficient in zinc and vitamin C and vitamin D. So that's what we have with the zinc aid. We've got zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin A, and vitamin E. But here's the clincher for this product. This is why it works so well. It's made from whole food. It's a whole food-based supplement. This is why all of what we have with Purium works so well. It's a whole food. The tart cherry syrup, like Nirankar was just explaining, has naturally occurring melatonin in it. It's not a melatonin supplement. It's tart cherry syrup. Okay. And so this is the difference with what we have with Purium. So Val, I want you to get the ULT customizable. Let me unpack that for a moment. The customizable helps you determine which shake you want to order. Okay. I strongly recommend the dark berry. If you like the power shake and you've done the power shake, which I'm pretty sure you have, Val, I would maybe do power shake and dark berry. And then the super meal is a meal replacement. Okay. And the super meal has over 40 adaptogenic herbs and mushrooms. The power shake is veggies and superfoods. It's a green shake. And then the dark berry is superfruits, pea protein, organic pea protein, lion's mane, mushroom, which is for brain health, and then tons of vitamin C sources. And it's delicious. I love it. I'm doing it every day right now because our team is doing a collagen challenge. So I'm drinking it every day right now and I love it. And I'm taking it with me next week when I go away.
So is the dark berry, this product that I've been hearing, is the collagen or is it different?
It's the same. Yes, the collagen.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I recommend it strongly. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And then if you have any questions, Val, just text me. Okay. But that's what I recommend. All right. So we're going to pivot now and talk about the wealth opportunity that's connected to Purium. Yes. One other thing, Nirankar? Oh, you're muted. Yeah.
I just wanted to, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Courtney, it sounded like you had a few questions about the products, and I'd be happy, we're going to shift gears now, but I'd be happy to answer or direct you to whoever invited you here and they could answer your questions. And there might be time at the end. So
Yeah.
stick with us and we'll answer all your questions then.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you can hang in there, we will. All right. So this is my favorite part of the presentation. Do I like being healthy? Oh, yes, I do. Do I like being wealthy? You better believe I do. All right. Having multiple streams of income is something that I learned about through becoming a Purium brand partner. 6 years ago, I was a very busy business coach working to support women to double and triple their income. women all over the world, mostly health practitioners, but some were writing books, some were launching online programs, and I was their business midwife, and I loved what I did. Loved it. It was so satisfying. I wasn't looking for another stream of income. But when I saw what Purium had done for me, I knew I couldn't keep quiet about it. I knew I had to help the men and women in my circles. And it was at that point that I realized, well, here's what it was. I realized that I wanted to have my products paid for every month. Those were my humble beginnings. I had the super hyper aware realization that I'm so much better on these products than off. Let's get them paid for monthly so that I can happily be enjoying them every single month. And that's how I started sharing very casually on Facebook. And I, like I said, I really wasn't looking for another stream of income, but it kind of grew on me. The more I shared, the more I liked sharing, the more I helped people, the more I liked helping people. I just, here's what it is. I feel like there's way too many Americans suffering because of what they're putting in their mouths. And it's called food. But for many people, what they're eating is not food. It's processed foodstuffs, devoid of the sun, devoid of vital life energy, devoid of minerals. All right. So what we have here with these protocols is we're remineralizing our body. Okay. We're giving our body what it desperately needs. And so I like helping people make that connection. So sharing became an absolute no-brainer for me. Sharing to the women in my circles. I have a lot of women in the birth world that I shared this with, because I worked for a very long time in the birth world. And it really gave me a lot of pleasure to help women get their mojo back after birth. And it doesn't matter how many years postpartum you are. So I began sharing a lot, and I developed a very large team very rapidly, because this is what happens when excited people talk to excited people, talk to excited people, talk to excited people. You build a large organization very rapidly, and people are transforming their health, they're feeling good, and they're getting paid for it. So this is the beauty of what we have here. It is, to me, having worked and lived in the dollars for hours paradigm, what we have here is residual online income. So Nirankar is in New Hampshire. I'm in Washington. And when I'm waking up in the morning, Nirankar's already been working for a couple of hours. She and her team have already been working for a couple of hours. But Nirankar is one of hundreds of brand partners that I have on my team. And for those of you that want another stream of income, this is absolutely possible for you. I did it part-time in my off hours from serving in my business coaching practice. I did it in the afternoons, evenings, and weekends. So it's totally possible to do this as a side stream of income, to do it super part-time, but the consistency will build you up some gorgeous residual income. And that's what it's done for me, to the point now where it's my number one source of income. So I love, as a business coach, helping women like beautiful Nirankar here to create that second stream of income. Because Nirankar, you're a health coach. Will you talk a little bit about, leaving the hospital, becoming a health coach, and now working a Purium business?
Yeah, it's totally lighting me up. Thanks for asking, Stephanie. This is also my favorite part of this evening, that we get to share this opportunity. I was working for somebody else, in a structure that really did not align with my values, frankly. And so this type of residual online income gives me the capacity to to support my coaching business. It's a tool. It's a chance for me to, as Stephanie said, nourish women, not only from a physical body standpoint, but really nourish them and help them understand what it means to be wealthy. And for me, that includes time freedom, location freedom. It includes getting to choose who I work with, and getting to creatively build a business together as women that supports each other, that uplifts each other, that watches us transform how we're able to be seen, able to use our voice, and able to really speak out about what we care deeply for about. And for me personally, it's the health of our planet, and how the health of our planet is then it is parallel to the health of our bodies. And so this capacity for me to step out of a paradigm that wasn't serving anyone's health, in my opinion. It's really a sick care industry. Now I get to really strengthen my power in having an effect over with more people. I can only meet with one person at a time as a health coach, unless I do a group coaching program, of course. But even then, 40 people in the room. But as Stephanie said, with a model like this, I get to uplift hundreds of people much, much faster. So I just adore this model for so many reasons. And the intersection of health and wealth is really perfect for my own transformation, my own, where I've been personally. And then I get to call in those women who are ready to experience their own wealth, their own value, their own brilliance, their own uniqueness, and I get to support that. So that's just, I could talk about this part for a long time, and it's just lighting me up.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, I'm so glad to be on this journey with you, Nirankar. We have a lot of fun together. We were all just in St. Augustine for an in-person event a week and a half ago, and it was an absolute gas to be together in person, because we've been spending a lot of time on Zooms for the last several years. So it was really amazing to all be together in person, and we look forward to be doing a lot more of that. So reasons why you might want to join our team. We have a lot of fun making money. We have a lot of fun helping people make money. We have a lot of fun helping people get healthy. You don't have to be a health coach to do this business. You don't have to be a business coach to do this business. You just need to care about people. That's all you need. You need to care about people. You need to be coachable. If you care about people and you're coachable, I'll teach you everything I've learned. Okay. So other reasons why this business is so awesome. We've saved almost 200,000 pounds of plastic from the landfill. So all of our packaging now is compostable. And that's very meaningful to me as a longtime environmental activist. We only have one product that's still packaged in plastic. That's the super aminos, because super aminos are very fine, and they will, disintegrate if they're not in the right packaging. So we're looking to replace that ASAP, so we can be 100% plastic free. Other reasons why I believe so strongly about what we have here is we are the manufacturer and we are the distributor. The middleman, you're looking at her, okay? Middle women, I should say. We are the middle women. Dave and Amy, the founders of our company, have created a corporation where the person that's making the majority of the money is the person that is the rep for the products, not Dave and Amy. Okay. So Dave and Amy, another reason why I love them is 30 years ago, when I was becoming a staunch organic activist living on an organic farm that was surrounded by conventional farms, Dave and Amy were working to create the USDA organic standard labels with the FDA. So Dave and Amy have been in the organic world for 30 years. They have been at the forefront of, being proponents for organic living. And that's very meaningful to me. For all of my years of doing the exact same thing, my family thought I was nuts. They thought I was nuts. I still think they do, many of them. But because I was that person that would go into the grocery store down in Southern California and I would say, "Where's your organic produce?" And I believe that strongly in it. And now you see organic produce in every grocery store. So we're the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones to create these new paradigms of how to make money that are not based on the dollars for hours paradigm. And it's such an elegant, beautiful way of making money. It's honestly, I never in a million years thought I would be a network marketing professional, but I say that, but you know what I really get to do? I get to inspire people. I get to share my story. I get to be a cheerleader. I get to be a business midwife. I get to be a health coach, radical detox goddess, as Nirankar likes to call me. I get to show up with all these different hats that are supportive of a new way of loving and nourishing ourselves and our bank accounts. So we have a robust team that is deeply engaged in this business. We meet every week. Every week. We do this presentation every week. We have different guests. Next week, Sovereign Joe is going to be on, sharing her story with Kahina. And we have different focuses for the presentation. It's unique every week. So we also have a Monday presentation where you can just come and ask questions and answers about the protocols, or if you're a customer who is struggling with some aspect, you can come and learn. We do that every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific. We also have robust training. If you're like, "Steph, I want to dive in and I want to get to work," we will ask you, do you want to earn $500 a month, $500 a week, or $500 a day? And based on your answer, we'll get you started. We'll get you working. So our community is invaluable to me. Our community saw me through some of the darkest days of the last few years, when we were all incredibly isolated. Our community came together to support each other, to maintain their health through it all. And I'm forever grateful for that. So if you're desiring community, if you know you need a health community, becoming a brand partner is an amazing way to have a health community. That's when things really started to move for me, is when I became a brand partner with my own health, because I could lean into so many of my colleagues who could help support me in taking the next step. So we're here to train you. We're here to support you. We're here to guide you to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's just a few $100s a month or multiple thousands of dollars a month. All right. So I think what I will say is that if you purchase the ULT customizable plus immune, you at this point can get the business for free. So what does that mean, the business? It means that you receive unlimited gift cards and codes for a year. The codes give you a discount to give to your friends and family. Okay. And unlimited codes for a year. And then you also get the back office, which is an opportunity for you to see who's purchased what and what your team is doing if you decide you want to make a team. And then you also get the Purium app, which is a way for you to send PDFs and videos to people in your life from your phone. Basically, if you have a phone, you can do this business. Okay. So that's really the business that you get. You can receive a lot of support from corporate, but you mostly will be working with us. We would be your team and we would be supporting you. So anything else you want to speak to, Nirankar, that I did not in terms of the business?
No, there was a question that I could address, and we can start to shift to questions. Courtney asked if there was a way to try the products first. So you can become a customer, but you can also, there's also a 60-day money back guarantee. So if and you can speak with Joe, Courtney, especially if you live in the same area. I'm not sure how far apart you are, but you can certainly try the products that she has if you live close to her. But you can also really work with Stephanie and Joe and talk about your business model, talk about your dreams for the business, and you can jump right into the products as long as you are clear. If you feel clear about the business, then it's worth going quick, starting this quickly. So once you're clear, then you can become a brand partner, but you can also try the products ahead of time.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes. So we really want people to be brand partners who are going to work this business, because as Nirankar alluded to, there's fast start bonuses on the table the minute you start, and you only have 3 months to get those bonuses, and they're matching bonuses. So you would get a bonus and your upline gets a bonus. So it's a financial incentive for your upline to work with you. Otherwise, just be a customer. Just be a customer, and you can upgrade at any point, but the points that you receive for your initial purchase do not go towards your fast start points. So that's the only thing about, becoming a brand partner on the day, the very day that you enroll. Those points will go to your fast start points. So yeah, $3,500 on the table for those of you that want to go fast. You don't have to go fast, but it just pays off to go fast, And we invite you to do a launch party online, and you can do a launch party in person, and really let the world know, hey, I'm doing this and I'm here to help people. Let's go. Let's get the glyphosate out of your bodies. Let's get the parasites out of your body. Let's help people with autoimmune issues. Let's help people with diabetes. It's diabetes month with Purium right now. We focus on really helping people turn their health around with very serious diagnoses, cancer, Hashimoto's, Lyme disease. The list goes on and on and on. So what if you are a licensed professional? What's that question there? No, it's not $3,500 to start a business. No, there's $3,500 of fast start bonuses on the table once you become a brand partner. It doesn't cost you anything to start a business except for the cost of your products, except for the cost of the ultimate lifestyle transformation.
No matter whether you're a licensed professional or not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you start for free. Oh, there's Courtney.
Hi.
Hi.
You'll have to excuse me. I was telling Joe, I feel so bad. I live at the oceanfront where they drop lots of chemtrails. And I just feel like I have been poisoned. So I can't even think straight. I can't even really open my eyes today. I mean, I just feel so full of poison. So that's why she's sending me things, and I know it has the prices and it has everything, and I keep asking the same thing. And so it'll be great to see how I do on these, because I'm effing miserable right now. I'm so miserable.
I'm so sorry.
So it's kind of just hard for me to understand.
It's okay. We hear you. So we hear you, and I can't guarantee that we can help you, but I'm pretty hopeful that we can help you, Courtney.
Yeah.
So, and you're really blessed to have Joe in your corner, because that woman, I'll be honest with you, Courtney, I didn't know if we could help Joe.
Yeah.
And we've helped Joe.
Yeah.
So she is an amazing human being who has completely turned her health around, and now she's helping others every single day. So she's there for you. I'm there for you, and
Where
I'm
do you
excited.
live?
Me?
Mhm.
I'm on Bainbridge Island in Washington State.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And where's
So
Stephanie? Or you're Stephanie?
I'm Stephanie. Yeah.
What was the other lady's name?
Nirankar.
Yeah,
I-
where's she?
I'm in southern New Hampshire.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you just buy it, like, what is it, like $350 a month or something?
Well, for someone like you who feels like you're super toxic, I would recommend 90 days and let's see where you are in 90
Yeah.
days. So yes, monthly, if you did it like that, it's a little bit less than 350, but yeah.
But then the first month you get 100 off or something?
Yep.
So it's only $250 the first month?
It depends on which pack you buy. So we'll let Joe determine. You have options. So we'll let Joe help you decide which one you want to do.
So Diane saw on the website, my friend Diane, she's on this call too. She saw that um, eh, licensed professionals are free, and we didn't know what that meant. Yeah, it's on your website.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Yeah, I don't know what
Okay.
that means.
It said, show a copy of your license and you are free. Yeah.
I'd have to get you to send that to Joe, and then I can take a look at it.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what you're speaking to.
Okay.
But the time was that we used to have a very big discount for our health professionals, but that ended several years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, now everyone's the same.
Okay.
So, okay, great. Well, any other questions before we sign off here?
Yes, I have a question. So I'm sure because you've been doing this so long, do you have any stories of people that have lupus that have used these products to turn that around, or MS, or I know you mentioned, I mean, autoimmune is a big umbrella, right? There's so many different autoimmune diseases, but
Yeah.
one of my coworkers is in the midst of this whole autoimmune diagnosis. And, I've been sharing with her that, it's really, don't go that Western route, honey. You're going to get all jacked up, and, food is really what you need to do, and look at your nutrition and get connected with a naturopath. And so
So I'm really glad you asked, because Kristen Ritsuko, who's here tonight, she, has struggled in the past with MS, and she's regaining her health, reclaiming her health, and now supporting other folks with MS. So I can definitely hook you up, Val, with Kristen, and she has a group on Facebook. So they're helping people with MS to heal naturally with food.
Okay.
So I'll do a little intro. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're here tonight, Kristen. And great question.
Valerie, you spoke specifically about lupus though, right? Not MS.
Well, I mean, she's really in the midst of like going through this whole a gazillion tests, but she was told that she has lupus, but then that she might have MS, and it's just, she's on this whole little, Western medicine discovery route, right?
Yeah.
And her sister is like me, Miss Natural Girl, and says, don't be going that way. But then her mother and dad are, entrenched in, the Western medicine path, right? And, take this freaking prescription and that prescription. And, that's just, to me, not the route to go.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. And so, and this is what we have with the allopathic doctors. It's a guessing game for them. And so, that's why I say we're the ones we've been waiting for, because if we look to our food, if we look to epigenetics, to our environment, to our stress levels, to our lifestyle, to our relationships, this is what we need to be doing as humanity. So, yeah. So I'll make sure that you two meet each other, and thanks for asking that question.
Okay, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm. All right. Gloria, did you have a question?
I did. I have somebody I've been working with recently with MS, and she's also working through some stuff. So I would love to chat with whoever you just said. I missed that part.
Yeah. Kristen, right here. Great. Yeah. I'll hook you up too. Yeah. Kristen's doing great work, you guys. She's super inspiring. So, all right. Well, I think that'll end it for us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you have any questions, just reach out to the person that invited you to be here. And I want to thank Nirankar for being my guest. Thank you. It's so great having you here, Nirankar.
My pleasure.
Thank you, ladies,
You're so
for the
welcome.
work you're doing.
Yay.
Okay.
Have a blessed evening.
Bye.
Bye.